Welcome to the Township of Springfield, County of Union, State of New Jersey Township meeting for April 13th, 2021. This may not be the order of business. There may be additions or deletions. Regular session, 7 p.m. Second and fourth Tuesdays of the month at 7 p.m. Notice, this meeting is being held in accordance with the public laws of 1975, Chapter 231. An adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Star Ledger, the local source, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the township website. Please join us with David Penner from American Legion Lodge 228 for our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now a moment of silence, please, for our service members at home and overseas. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Weber.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Present.
Committeeman Capides.
Here.
Committeewoman DuBois.
Here.
Committeeman Huber.
Present. Don't be last.
All right. So if you're watching, it's going to be a long night. Thank you, Linda.
Oh, no, it's not.
Never seen a packet this big.
Like the old days.
Shit. Okay.
Jeez,
Let's start with,
who said that?
well,
You or him?
said legit.
Oh,
What do you think I
Legit, I
said?
heard something else.
Oh,
I thought I would have been the one to do that one day, and I never have.
oh, man. Trying to get me in trouble, not like that. All right, so I'm going to read this first for anybody watching. The meeting is broadcast live on local cable access Comcast 35 and Verizon Fios Channel 46. Meeting can also be viewed via Springfield Township's YouTube page and the Facebook page. We will have a question and answer. You'll be able to call in questions. The phone number to call in is 973-232-4442. That's 973-232-4442. I'll take the phone off the hook for right now so it doesn't disturb us in the middle of the meetings. And when it's time to call in, I will put it back on. Proclamations and announcements. Arbor Day, April 30th, 2021. Whereas in 1972, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees, and whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heat and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife, and whereas trees are a renewable source giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas in our township, increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, I, Chris Weber, Mayor of the Township of Springfield, on behalf of the Township Committee, do hereby proclaim April 30th, 2021 as Arbor Day in the Township of Springfield, and encourage all Springfield residents to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands in support of our township's urban forestry program, and to plant trees to gladden hearts and promote the well-being of the present and future generations. Thank you. Summertime Fund, Springfield Community Pool. Register now for early bird savings through April 30th. Go to www.thesay, THESAY, thesay.org/SCP. That would stand for Springfield Community Pool. So it's thesay.org /SCP. Springfield Food Truck Festival, which is going to be sponsored by the Rotary Club and the Dayton PTSO, Sunday, April 25th, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the Jonathan Dayton High School back parking lot. It will be $5 per person, children under 10 free, cash only, 15 plus food trucks, entertainment, and a tricky tray, which our next thing is going to tie into the Springfield Community Partnership, which is going to be a presentation of the budget by Mike Scalera. Which you're on the food truck thing too? You want to?
He said,
We'll discuss that.
Do you want to tie it all in right now, or?
Well, on our budget and everything, that will be one responding back at this point.
Okay.
I will be doing the bid update.
Okay.
You gotta hang up the phone.
Yep.
It's a smart idea not to take it off, but
All right. She's going to call in now?
She's listening right now on Facebook, so you can ask her to call in.
Hi, Beth. If you can, give us a call in. Number's 973-232-4442. And that way we can do the Springfield Community Partnership presentation. Oh, she's calling you. Okay. Oh, no, that's Bob.
next time you're out. How you doing, Linda? How's the week going? I talked to you 10 times.
Hi, Beth. I'm good. Hold on one second, please. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, let's turn the mic over a little bit and see if we can hear that.
Okay, is that you, Chris? I can't tell.
This
With
is.
the mask on.
Yep, this is Chris.
Okay, hi.
Hi, okay, so we're ready for the presentation of the budget with you and Mike. We got Mike here too.
Okay. Okay.
Can I get a motion to open the, no, we're not doing the public hearing yet. Never mind, sorry. Go ahead, Beth.
You may want to tell her to turn her Facebook volume down.
Can you turn your Facebook volume down? Because we hear a little feedback.
I will turn it down because I'm having a delay here. Okay. Are you there?
We're here. We can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Okay, so we'll start with at the top where it says the bid assessment for 20, and if you have the paper in front of you, you can see your actuals and 2020 budget. And the 2021 is on the left-hand side, and we're expecting to get in $281,933.32 as our assessment this year. We're hoping to get $2,300 in interest income, and with our prior year unexpended funds is $347,709.66. So we have a total of $631,942.98. Just to let you know that we had planned to do some more sidewalks, streetscapes, but of course last year everything changed and we changed our direction to really be concerned about our businesses and try to help them as much as we could. So administrative is services is for expenses now is $50,000. Professional service, we put aside $16,700, and that's in case we need an attorney. It's for our accountant and for a consultant in case we decide we want to use a consultant for something. Our office operations are $8,000. You can see insurance is $3,600, telephone $400. Office miscellaneous, which includes supplies and anything else we're spending with the office, is $2,500. And dues and subscriptions, that's for joining Downtown New Jersey or any other group, is $1,500. And you can see what we spent last year, so we stayed pretty close to what we spent. Visual improvements, we have $387,000. So maintenance is $25,000, and the maintenance is planting all the pots and fixing any street lights and ordering lights when they get knocked down by cars, as well as keeping the sidewalks looking good that we put in. Signage, we put in $5,000, and that's for all the signs we put up around town, the directional signs that lead you to different places in town. If something happens, we have $5,000 to fix any signs or replace them. Public streetscapes, we have $200,000, and actually we're meeting on Thursday with our engineers to go over the area behind the Shell station and any other individual areas that we haven't done yet. There are a couple on Mountain Avenue that we want to complete. Our debt service payment to the town for the bond, we put aside $80,000. And redevelopment, we put aside $15,000 because we would like to start talking to other property owners on Morris Avenue, and want to have another luncheon this year, hopefully in the later spring, or maybe next month, have a luncheon with the property owners and start talking to other people about redeveloping. And visual improvement grants. So we did grants last year for our businesses. That was for them for when they were reopening, and we provided, they could use it for any PPE materials they needed or whatever they needed to do to set up their businesses, so to make it safe for people. So this year we want to do $62,000 for grants. We're going to put $1,000. We're going to start it. Actually, we're going to put it out in another week, the grant program, and that's to be used for anything they need to help them get their business started up again and moving along, keeping people safe. So we'll be doing that. So our visual improvement was $387,000 total. Promotion and marketing again is $165,000, and we really want to put that money into helping our businesses, help promoting them. The best thing they loved that we did was the gift card promotion, where they sold gift cards for $15, $25 gift cards for $15, and we gave them the additional $10 for whatever they laid out. They love that program, and we want to continue it probably one more time. We did it once already this year. We're going to do it a second time coming up soon, and then we want to do it for the holidays in December. Then there's any other. We hope we can get back to our other marketing programs that we've done, in the past. We're hoping in September that we can get back fully to programs that bring people into the stores and bring them into our restaurants. I think we are doing actually a restaurant program this spring. And we have a contingency fund of $5,242.88. So that makes our total expenses $631,942.88. I think we're 10 cents different than the income.
Okay. You said, all right.
Motion to,
So I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
all right. Public discussion or comments?
But how are you gonna, do you have two lines there?
I don't. So what's going to probably happen, Beth, if you can call Mike, and I'll hang up this
Okay.
phone, and that way I can free
Okay.
this up right now in case anybody from the township wants to call in.
Okay, no problem. Goodbye. I'll
Thank
speak to
you.
you on the other phone. Bye.
Okay, bye. So if anybody has any questions, give us a call, 973-232-4442. Chris we got a 30-second delay on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you,
Just come on up and.
come on up.
Yeah, come on up, give your address.
Just need your name and address, sir.
You know who I am.
I know, but,
Law.
Bob Roder, 98 Washington Avenue, Mars.
hi, Bob.
Quick question regarding the taxes and the valuation. How will that affect this budget? With what they're doing, going to the houses?
That one we're gonna have to answer at the end. That one we're gonna have to answer at the end under this. Right now, we're only handling whatever's under this.
Well, I thought that was part of the budget, the taxes.
No, this is under just this is under the, Bid budget.
This is just the bid budget.
Yeah.
I understand the question.
Yep, this is just under the bid.
I can ask it later?
Yep, yes. All right, 30 seconds. Seeing no questions on here at all.
Okay, I will make a motion to close the public comments.
I'll second.
Aye. I have no questions.
Nope.
Nope.
I have no questions.
Okay, resolution 2021-100. This resolution adopts 20. Resolution 2021-100. This resolution adopts the 2021 budget for the Springfield Community Partnership. May I have a motion?
I will make a motion to adopt Resolution 2021-100 as read by Madam Clerk.
I second.
Okay, Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes,
Thank you.
all right. Mike, what do you got for us? Anything?
A
Let's go
public
with,
comment?
excuse me.
Go ahead.
Oh, now I recognize you guys.
I know.
So, yes, with the budget and everything, what we do, again, our major focus is creating ways to drive business to the businesses. So, the gift card program was outstanding. I think we was sold, the first time we did it, 250 gift certificates, and this one was 800 plus.
And they were all 15 for 25, right?
15 for 25, exactly. So and I was just out to businesses today, and I'm always trying to get a beat of what's happening with them and how they're doing and everything, and you can see the uplift. And it's not what the bid was doing, but you can see the climate of how much better the businesses are doing. Obviously, the weather, things are changing, the COVID. So our job is to get out there, see how they're doing, get a pulse, and work out ways to help them out. Again, we just approved that we're going to do a $1,000 grant per business. It's for the businesses that did not get the grant in August of 2020. So the criteria is, again, they're utilizing it for their improvements, what needs to be done in this climate, whether it be shields, filtration units, and all of those kinds of things needed. So it's going out. I went out to a few businesses today. I'll let them know that the ones that didn't get it, that it's an opportunity for them to fill out the application and get it. They're really appreciative of it, and again, that's our driving force, is to help them, and they want it, and again, they deserve it. So that's the grant program. We're going to go out on Thursday. There's a few areas on Mountain Avenue that we will be concentrating on for the brick pavers, the lamps, making their front of their buildings from a visual standpoint very, much more nicer than it is now. I went out to a few of them today, and I let them know that it's coming. So we're going to go out, get an idea with Keller Fitzpatrick to see what the cost, what the total cost is going to be, and then we will fit that in our budget and see where it's needed the most. So we're really excited about that. Again, the grant program is the key from what we're doing. We can't wait. As for the past month, we had 3 ribbon cutting events, which were outstanding. We'll go with 30 Burger. The mayor was out with us, enjoying a nice burger and fries and everything.
Their onion rings are phenomenal.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Testimonial.
testimonial.
So we went out to them. That was successful. Detail World was even much more successful. A lot of people showed up. With that. That was very successful, and they got a great business going on there also. And then we have an up and coming event. It's going to be by invitation only, and that's Scream Truck. And what we will be doing is taking the mayor around town at 3 o'clock next Monday and showcasing him. It'll be a
Can
lot
we
of fun.
throw ice cream snowballs at?
Yes, tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
Tomatoes. Some Italian.
There you go.
Or mozzarella. And so that's going to happen April 19th. I'll be sending you guys out invitations on that.
3 o'clock, right?
3 o'clock for you and I. 4 o'clock for the ribbon cutting event. So,
Do I wear my stretchy pants?
You better.
and that means I have to wear mine.
We're just glad you're wearing pants.
I just wear sweatpants, stretchy pants, or
Yes,
something.
whatever you want there. So 2:45, that will be for us to meet, and then the event will the entertainment will be beginning at 4. So again, that's by invitation only. So again, we're going to start to gift card program again, in probably later this spring. It works, but we're trying to, develop ways, creative ways to market the businesses in healthcare. So, that's my report, and, yeah, I guess any questions, I'd be more than glad to answer them.
All the certificates, what was the number that you sell out?
It was 800 plus.
800 plus, gone.
It's crazy, again, that's everybody supporting, and that's not even, there might be some sort of, people from the outside of town utilizing it, but that's Springfield, that's best.
Might be some people sitting up here that love that.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Quite possible.
It's possible, I don't know, just saying.
Quite possible.
Quite possible.
It's almost
Not
like
families.
last year has put, people are so itching to get out right now that
Yeah.
anything you come up with right now is going to be a winner for the most part. So
And
this
I'm
is
really
great.
proud of the Rotary also, and I want to put a plug in with them, but
Go ahead.
that food truck event is going to be outstanding, because again, like I said, Mayor, people do want to get out.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be very cautious in regards to how people come in, how much time they spend. We're keeping it in line to what the, with COVID, we're very serious about that. But it's a day for them to get out, they'll have 50/50 going on. We'll have music, we'll have tricky trays. And it can be a way for Springfield to, celebrate, what's been going on for the past year. So, Hope Rosenberg has been a leader on it, and I just can't tell you enough how much she's put into it. And again, I don't want to.
Every day.
It's been outstanding in regards to what she's done. She's been a dear to what's
Yeah.
happening here. And again, we will all get together and we will celebrate, but it will be controlled. And that's our focus.
Awesome.
I love it. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
All right, so let's go on to public comment for agenda items only. We doing the?
Yeah, Jen, telephone number.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Telephone number, 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. If anybody has any questions, to call in. 30-second delay. I do not think that we have anything on here that is in reference to Bob's question.
No.
No.
I
You
don't
did not, right?
think He's gonna have to wait till the end.
All right, if you just hang tight, the last section of the comments after we go through the agenda. Okay, perfect,
Don't
thank
worry,
you.
we're gonna rip through the agenda as quick as we can, believe me.
We got 10 more
We
minutes.
only have to get through all of this.
I go,
All right, 30 seconds.
I go
That
for
was it.
adjournment.
That was
Anybody
it.
second it?
Moving on.
That was it, we have no questions or public comments. We do not have a business administrator report today. So,
So we'll move to finance.
we're just gonna move on, we already did the bid, we already covered that.
Right.
Let's just move on straight to pay some bills with Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
All right, so I will make a motion to adopt the payroll and invoices for the period of March 24th through April 13th, 2021, in the amount of $8,771,918.23.
I will second.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes. Minutes and reports, seeing none. I will circle right back to administrator's report real quick. Everything is humming along very nicely. There is nothing out of ordinary that is to report.
Linda, how is the new person working out about, letting people know what's going on?
Very well,
Is she?
yes.
Chris? I mean, I trust her, but also he's the one who, I don't know.
Yeah, she's been scrubbing old information off.
Okay.
Anything that is irrelevant at this point or things that have just kind of been forgotten along the way. Our regular updates are going out. She's,
Okay.
We
That's one more.
had- We had a little trouble this afternoon with the electronic sign, so we're trying to take care of that.
Okay. I just
She's
wanted
been,
to-
I mean, from what I understand, she's been very eager to learn, very eager to be involved, and
Okay.
she's been very proactive.
You guys good job getting it.
yeah, and it helps us out a lot because we don't have to, we're not having to scramble to who's putting out what
Yeah.
anymore.
Yep.
It's all centralized now, so
Okay.
this was a good thing for everybody to do. Let's go on to new businesses and new ordinances. We have a second reading.
Okay, second reading for ordinance 2021-08. This ordinance amends the Township Code at Chapter 7 to supplement the township's traffic regulations governing stop intersections.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve on second reading ordinance 2021-06 as read by Madam Clerk for publication in the local source on April 15th, 2021.
Second.
Public comment?
Telephone.
Telephone, 973-232-4442.
You should know that.
Okay.
I guess we can talk while we wait for some
Yeah.
public comment.
Yeah.
This is just the sign on Salter and Rose. We were just putting a stop sign on Rose Avenue. This is our second reading, so I know we've already talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't imagine there's gonna be any comments on it.
We're good.
All right, we're good, seeing none. Any discussion on it?
No, we discussed last time.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
See,
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2021-08. This ordinance amends Chapter 35, Land Use, to amend regulations pertaining to accessory structures in non-residential zones, generators and equipment installations in single-family districts, and height and location of fences.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-08 as read by Madam Clerk. Publication, local source, April 15th, 2021.
second.
Public comment, 973-232-4442.
I get it.
Any discussion on this?
I want to ask about this. What about an existing one where I read this ordinance and it said it has to be so many feet back from the property line, can't be in the front yard. Am I correct?
Generator?
Referring to the fencing?
No, this is the generator, right?
Yes.
Generator. A generator, so many feet and all that. If one's existing now, we can't have them, we're not going to make them move, right?
There was no prior prohibition. It's a good, I doubt it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, if it was permitted under the existing ordinance, then it wouldn't, then it
Okay.
would probably not be an issue.
Because I read it, I said, uh-oh. I said, because I know some people, I know a couple other. Okay.
I would think that existing would be grandfathered into whatever
Yeah,
changes are made, yeah.
okay,
No, good question.
yes, from the public?
Question regarding the fences, what does it actually mean? I might have missed
Fences?
Chris?
Yep. Fences rule. Let me get to that. Give me 1 second.
it. What needs to my have to
All right.
I have.
Where principal residential structures encroach into the required front yard, 4-foot tall open fencing may be placed so not to extend beyond the front corner of the residence. On corner lot, through lot frontages not coincident with front entrance of resident, front yard fencing shall be permitted as long as it is a 4-foot maximum height and at least 51% open. If solid, less than 51% open, fence or fence taller than 4 feet on desired corner lots, the setback shall be 10 feet, and solid fences screened adequately from public view with 4-foot tall landscaping. What it interprets to is, if the fence is going to be 6 feet, it has to be 10 feet on a setback. If it is going to be closer, if it is going to be within the 10 feet, it has to be 4 feet, and when they say 51% open, that is such as a picket fence, something that gives 51% of viewing coverage through it. Cannot be a solid fence.
My neighbor put a fence, it's got 6 foot tall.
It has to be beyond the 10 feet.
May I, Mr. Mayor,
Beyond 10 feet of what? I don't.
Mr. Mayor, may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Mr. Groder, if you perhaps would give your number or contact information to Ms. Donnelly, Ms. Donnelly will have somebody call you tomorrow to answer your specific question. That might be better versed from the building department. Is that fair?
I spoke to someone there, but I didn't get a follow-up, so
This ordinance only addresses certain types of fences on certain types of properties, so this is just one portion of the fencing requirements, so whatever the issue is with you and your neighbor might involve other portions of the township code, and someone from some engineering probably.
And what's your number, Bob?
Yeah, that's the only change on this ordinance was the 51% open and the 4-foot high, is that you were not allowed to go higher than that at that point.
Got it.
So, okay. Do you have any other discussion on this at all, or no? No. Seeing none?
Okay, Committeewoman Du Bois?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Mayor Weber?
Yes.
Ordinance 2021-09. This ordinance amends the Township Code at Chapter 7 to modify and supplement the township's traffic regulations governing parking time limits.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve ordinance 2021-09 on second reading as read by Madam Clerk and publicized in the local source for April 15, 2021.
Second.
Public comment, 973-232-4442. 30 seconds. Our discussion, Chief, if I'm reading this right, this is just Diamond Road, 1 hour, parking between 8 and 8. That's it. Okay,
And it's just between the two intersections with Fathom,
and that's it. Just that little area right there.
on the north side of Diamond, yes.
Okay. So that is just limiting parking, so people cannot park a truck there all day long and leave it to sit.
Correct.
Every time.
And we have, seeing no public comment, let's move on to roll call, please.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Weber?
Yes.
Ordinance 2021-10. This ordinance extends the effective period of Ordinance 2020-14, which authorizes restaurants to establish and operate approved dining areas during COVID-19 pandemic.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to approve on second reading ordinance 2021-10 as read by Madam Clerk and to be advertised in the local source April 15th, 2021 with a final hearing on April 27th.
Second.
This is the final hearing.
This is the
Sorry.
final, so just on the local
Yeah.
source on April 15th, 2021, full
Yes.
stop.
Sorry.
Second.
Okay, public comment, 973-232-4442. Any discussion on this at all?
Nope.
No.
We've
We
done
already
over.
did the public comment.
We already did public comment on it. Okay.
We did not do public comment.
No,
No, we discussed it already.
we
Yeah.
discussed it already.
Yeah,
Oh,
we,
My fault, my fault.
It wasn't on the agenda, the public comment notation, but there
Yes,
should be a public
sorry.
comment period now.
Okay.
Okay. 973-232-4442. Township will do anything we can to help these businesses out at this point right now. It only makes sense to extend this and get everybody some business as we go in.
And yeah, and with the warmer weather and more people getting vaccinations, you know,
No doubt.
yeah, better opportunity for everyone to come outside and enjoy Springfield Fair,
Absolutely.
for sure.
All right.
Good deal.
No public comments, no more discussion. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Weber?
Thanks again,
Yes.
Mr. Dowd.
You know why you didn't know public comment? It's beautiful outside. People are saying you're jerks for being inside.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, these are first readings for ordinances. Ordinance 2021-11. This ordinance is to establish a cap bank for the year 2021 pursuant to NJSA 48:4-45.14.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-11 as read by Madam Clerk and with publication in the local source on April 15th, 2021, with a final hearing scheduled for April 27th, 2021.
I second. And
Discussion.
This is standard. We do this every year, right?
Yes.
Any discussion?
I got
No?
nothing.
No.
All good, okay.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Ordinance 2021-12. This ordinance makes changes to the fees for the Chisholm Playground Camp.
As read by Madam Clerk, ordinance 2021-12, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Dash 12, publication on local source April 15th, 2021, the final hearing on April 27th.
I second that.
Discussion by anyone? I think we covered this one pretty well.
Yep.
Last few meetings.
Well, this is actually
No,
playground
this is
camp.
new,
I
but
don't
we
think we
just-
ever talked about playground camp, but this is just giving a range so that they have the flexibility to figure out everything, so.
Yeah.
It's not, if anybody's actually watching, which I don't know if anybody is, but hopefully, it's not setting things in stone, it's just giving a range so they're ready to do what they need to do to have playground camp, which is a nice change of pace, because last year, obviously, we couldn't. So this makes me happy that I can put my child somewhere for 4 hours in the morning, and she can live her best life. I'm glad.
She can get away from you. No.
Oh, that would be living her best life,
That's,
hopefully.
that's the, I think that's.
That's the plan.
That's my plan too.
That's right.
Public comment, 973-232-4442.
No, that's for the second reading.
Oh, that's for second.
Yep.
Sorry, that was discussion.
No, we're good.
comment.
We're
Okay.
good.
Roll call.
Yep.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois? Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Ordinance 2021-13. This ordinance temporarily suspends certain provisions of Chapter 27 of the Township Code during the 2021 summer pool season.
That's right, by Madam Clerk, 2021-13, ordinance 2021-13. Publication on local source April 15th, for final hearing on April 27th.
I second.
Any discussion on this at all?
From what I recall, this is,
So people.
in order for us to work with the summit, why we need to, relax some of our provisions, so that way we can enter an agreement with them. Is that
Correct.
pretty much?
That's correct, yeah. This relaxes some of the township code's provisions so that they don't conflict with the fees and rules and some of the other procedural issues that the YMCA is going to have in their capacity running the pool this summer.
Now, is this in perpetuity, or do we have to like,
This is,
approve these when the summer's over again?
no, so this is only as long as the agreement is in effect, and the agreement is in effect until just after the pool season ends. So this will automatically, by virtue of this, of the language of the ordinance itself, the suspension will end when the agreement ends later this fall.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Down.
Any other discussion?
Nope.
Nope. None.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Ordinance 2021-14. This ordinance amends components of the police department's promotional policies and procedures for the ranks of sergeant and lieutenant.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve ordinance 2021-14 as read by Madam Clerk and publicized in the local source April 22nd, 2021, with final hearing on May 11th, 2021.
Any discussion on this at all?
I will second that,
Sorry.
and then we'll
Now we're going to discussion. Any, nothing?
No.
Okay. No discussion.
Okay. Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes. And we are going to go through our resolutions by consent agenda. Please pull if you want something pulled as I read it along. Yes.
Hey.
Did we lose live? Okay. We have Resolution 2021-101, 2021-102, 2021 pull 2021-102. 2021-103, 2021-104, 2021-105, 2021-106.
We're going to pull 106 and 107.
6 and 107. 2021-108. 2021-109. 2021-110. 2021-111. 2021-112. 2021-113, 2021-114, 2021-115, 2021-116, and 2021-117.
Okay, I will make a motion to adopt the following resolutions on consent agenda. Resolution 2021-01, then 2021-103 through 105, and we'll pick it back up with Resolution 2021-108 through 2021-117.
I want 115 seconds.
115.
Okay, so we're gonna then do 116 and 117 on consent agenda.
Okay.
I second.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Capides.
Yes.
Committeewoman DuBois,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2021-102. This resolution is supporting the 2021 You Drive, You Text, You Pay distracted driving crackdown, April 1 through April 30th, 2021.
I pulled this just because this is good information for our residents, especially our residents with children or kids that are driving, and even the residents themselves. Chief, this is going on. Do you have anything you want to add on this? So there's a state grant right now, which is called You Drive, You Text, You Pay. In which case, our chief of police is going to fill us in on this and what's going on with it, and the grant that we received from the state and how it operates. But it, you know,
Not much to fill in other than that it's a program, again, funded by the state, so we can have some targeted enforcement, in this case, distracted driving, whether it's cell phones or any other sort of distraction that officers happen to see. It'll be going on for several weeks. I know just over the past, we had a two-day period where officers were enforcing, and in 2 days, there were a total of 69 traffic stops and 45 summonses were issued out of those 69 stops, and one arrest. Someone, wound up having a warrant, so they were placed under arrest. So it is a very good program, again, on the bill of the state to help us do some targeted enforcement in town.
they pay for all the overtime for the officers we use on this.
Correct. It's not necessarily overtime, but it's a rate. It's a set rate that.
Manpower usage.
Yes. So any of the manpower is covered by the state.
So, with that said, that is why I'm letting you guys in on this. It is not a secret. You drive, you text, you pay. It is one of the simplest ways to avoid an accident is to leave the phone alone, just concentrate on the road. You heard, we have 45 tickets in a day and a half?
2 days.
In 2 days, with an arrest. So, we're out there. Thank you, Chief.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, the next.
Wait. You made a motion?
No, I didn't. He spoke
Oh,
first.
sorry.
Actually, yes, I do need to make the motion, right?
Okay.
I would like to make a motion to approve Resolution 2021-102 as read by Madam Clerk.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Good pickup.
Sorry. Okay, Resolution 2021-06. This resolution authorizes the self-examination of the 2021 budget.
So I will make a motion to adopt Resolution 2021-106 as read by Madam Clerk. I'll speak on the next one.
I'll second it,
Okay.
right?
Roll call.
No, you get,
No, we're gonna.
you pulled it.
We pulled this one because it goes along with the budget, but I said I'll speak on the next
Okay.
resolution, which
Deputy
is the
Mayor
same thing.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yes,
Committeeman Capides,
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois,
Yeah,
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Resolution 2021-107. This resolution introduces and approves the proposed 2021 budget for the township and provides for public hearing and final adoption thereof.
So yeah, this resolution starts our yearly process of passing and approving a budget. Budget Committee's been working on it practically since day one, and over the next few weeks, it will now be introduced tonight, so it should appear on the website hopefully tomorrow or okay, so I've been told that it's posted today, so anyone from the public can certainly go onto the website and check it out. With that being said, we plan to have a couple public hearings. We'll actually have 3 public hearings. So we're going to hold one on Saturday, May 1st at 12 o'clock at Town Hall. We're going to hold one on Monday, May 3rd at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then our final public hearing and our adoption will be Tuesday, May 11th at 7 p.m. So we'll make sure that also gets on the website in the schedule in the coming days. We'll make sure that it's on our social media. And of course, after you have some time to digest it, you can come and give your feedback and hear me talk for several minutes. And
are you gonna be on television on the Saturday?
I think we're still trying to work that out.
Okay,
But
'cause I mean, for Saturday, people wanna see our home.
yeah, so
You know,
maybe
I think it'd be
maybe
good.
for this Saturday, it might be that you should come out and see us in person. And then, but the final adoption will definitely be on when we have our full staff. Will be on Tuesday.
He broke it.
With that being said, I guess I'll make a motion unless anybody else has anything else. I'll make a motion for Resolution 2021-107 as read by Madam Clerk.
I second.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Aye.
Committeeman Capides,
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois,
yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yes,
Mayor Weber.
Yes.
And the last resolution that was
115.
pulled was Resolution 2021-115. This resolution authorizes the payment of a stipend to Fire Chief Carlo Palumbo.
So,
Deputy, you gotta get a motion.
No, okay. I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2021-115.
I'll second.
I just wanna know why we're paying the fire chief a stipend. Because he's the highest paid fireman now. And his credentials are good. I like Carlo. But I'm just saying, we keep on giving out stipends. I just think that they're making enough money now. You know, I don't want to get nasty. But I mean, I just feel that he should know, he should be doing this. Do we pay for the college for him?
Well, here's,
Mr. Mayor, if I could just, I
Yeah.
just want to indicate, this is this discussion of this resolution in depth takes into the sort of personnel exception under the Open Public Meetings Act, and I don't believe that this employee was erased. So this discussion would
Yeah,
normally...
but it's on here.
It's on here as a resolution, which is okay, but to go into a detailed, unfortunately, to go into a detailed discussion of it, we would need to do so in closed session after he's been riced. So
may I ask a question? Can we talk about the stipends and the effect of those stipends without mentioning the position or the person?
Yeah, I mean, you can discuss stipends in general and how they work. You
Because
can
I
ask
think
questions
that
of
might be-
the
I think
CFO in
that's-
that regard.
That might be the best way to go about doing this, because Committeeman Huber, I felt the same way as you did. And I had a conversation with the mayor earlier today, and I agreed with his interpretation of the way this is going to be laid out in the future.
And just so everyone knows, if you need to have discussion, this item can be tabled, and we can make sure that the proper steps are taken with rice notices and the like prior to the next meeting.
So what's happening is that he is the key holder of all of these,
I know he has a lot of.
all of
degrees,
these
yes.
certifications. The others cannot receive their certifications without him receiving a certificate, without his certification, without him being licensed for it.
Right, okay.
Basically, this just puts everybody on a level playing field at this point right now, because there's so many certs to have at this point. It's almost everything. It's requiring something for everything. So this is just letting everybody
They're
work under
certified.
his cert. Yeah,
But
that's what it comes down to.
But do we pay for the college? Yes. Well, I shouldn't say yes because I don't know, but I would think we did because we offer college to everything.
Yeah, these are falling under professional certifications, just as in maybe new technology or new systems that have to be used, or new chemical training or things like that. This allows to have a master license or master certification, and let the other ones fall under that at that point.
Can I ask a question? So if I understand you right, Mr. Mayor, this stipend that we're going to give
Yes.
is for certain certifications that the people below this person can't get unless he has them first.
That's correct.
And this stipend that we're awarding is a one-time, single amount stipend that no matter how many additional stipends this person gets beyond this,
It doesn't change.
it's not going to change.
No, so what we've requested was that, because things ended up getting lost throughout time on stuff, that it was not going to be, nothing was going to be encapsulated in, nothing was going to be buried within anything anymore. So at this point, it is going to fall under a professional certification stipend, and that is going to be it. It's not going to be something that's going to be enrolled into salary or enrolled somewhere.
Not in the salary.
No, it's not going to be
It's not
something.
going to be pensionable.
It's not going to be something.
No,
that-
wait,
Okay.
if there are a couple clarifications
Go ahead.
that I'd like to make, and the CFO will probably have to supplement what I say, but first of all, this employee has been receiving this stipend for these particular items, it's my understanding, already. But this is an adjustment in the amount.
Correct.
There was a required adjustment in the amount, because this wasn't accurate, because the existing stipend did not accurately reflect the appropriate dollar amounts. As for the pensionability, I'll defer to the CFO on that, and as to whether or not it's part of salary, I'll defer to the CFO on that.
It's not part of salary, but it is pensionable because it's paid in incremental units, therefore,
It's broken over 12 months?
yeah, every paycheck is broken out.
Is this $7,000 more, or is it, just say he was making
Let's say
$3,000?
it's making 100,000, this is 7,000, in addition to that, now he's making 170.
No, you said, unless I
Well,
missed.
like, when we do our salaries, what we consider salary, like our contracts or whatever, it's the base salary. So in certain individuals, it should be the base salary times the longevity plus an additional stipend.
Times longevity, this goes longevity? No, wait a minute, I'm getting more confused. I want to know, right now, just say he makes 2,000 stipend. I'm just saying, he's going to get 7,000 on top of that, or 5,000?
Now, this is an increase of approximately 3,900.
3,900.
That's-
The way I was reading it, it was 7,000. I'm like, wait a second, you know.
No, the 7,000 is the
Total.
is the total stipend, and the employee is receiving roughly $3,900 less than that amount now.
And now, with this included in his pay, or included this thing, is his longevity. This is gonna go, just say, he gets $100 longevity. This will increase his longevity? Okay. All right, just wanna make sure.
No, I know.
We're trying to.
I was the same way you were.
Yeah.
I was.
But basically, there's a set dollar amount that doesn't increase exponentially.
Okay. Paula, don't be mad at me, I'm just.
No, and is this, I was under the impression that this was not pensionable, but it is. There would be no situation where this would be not
If you paid
pensionable.
it out in one lump sum, then it would not be.
We give it to one lump sum. But let me ask,
But let's just say right now, the township does not offer any lump sum.
Okay, then I don't want to upset the apple cart there for sure.
now,
Handled consistent with the way other similar
Yeah.
stipends for similar types
but
of...
if he's making $107,000 now, just say, his next year raise, just say it's 3%. He's getting 3% on 100 or 3% on 107?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, can you just use the mic if people can't hear you?
I just want to make sure, I want everybody to understand.
I don't even, okay, here we go.
Yep.
If, when their salary increases, the 107 would be the percent, would be the amount you multiply by 2% or 3%, not
Okay.
the 7,000 would.
So I want everybody to
Wait,
understand that.
the stipend's getting increased too?
No.
No.
Base
Oh,
salary.
it will be.
No.
But it is.
No.
Sure it is.
It'll
Wait a
be 100, if he's making 100,000, it'll be 100,200,
And then the stipend on top of that,
Correct.
yes. That's how I was interpreting it, is that.
Well, the stipend, in other words, if he's making 107 this year, because of the stipend, next year, 2%, only get 2% of 100, and then the 7,000.
correct.
Correct.
Okay.
The stipend does not increase without formal resolution of this body.
And when he retires, if he retires, whatever it is, this stipend goes away, and the next one.
It would be at the discretion when the new,
Okay.
the
I
new
just wanna
fire
know-
chief
I don't want
is
to,
promoted or hired,
This is
how
a
you
pain
want
in
to
the ass,
compensate.
right?
But what we were careful of doing, though, was not incorporating it and snowballing it in, so, in 5 years, it's padded into there and nobody is aware of that it was already given 5 years, at a previous
Okay.
date.
all right, just want to make sure, everybody is playing.
So,
Okay, we're good?
Have roll call here.
Oh, roll call, we already did the motion, that's right.
Yes. Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes, yeah. I'm good.
Committeeman Capides,
Yes.
Committeewoman Du Bois,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber, Mayor Weber.
Wait, what was that?
What was that?
Mayor Weber, okay.
yes,
If you can't laugh,
That's gotta mean something. The first time I learn about this, I immediately think of you and your questions. I knew you were gonna come with them. I would be disappointed.
We're all
if you didn't.
syncing up, as they
No,
say.
I would be disappointed if you didn't ask those questions, Committeeman.
because, the people come to us and say, you gave this guy $7,000.
I know.
And I'm saying, well, wait a minute.
there's just so many things that these guys have to,
I know, and it's getting more complicated, as chief of police, as chief of fire,
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, I wouldn't want the job.
well, we're lucky we have, we
I'd be
have.
patrolman, just drive around.
All right,
I see more as an undercover kind of 21 Jump Street guy.
we have some correspondence from New Jersey American Water, which is a petition for a rate change. The public hearings are April 27th at 4:30 and at 5:30. For further info, please visit the company's website. From Milburn, we have the introduction of ordinance 2571-21, prohibiting operation of cannabis business within its geographical boundaries. Public hearing, April 20th, 2021, 7 p.m. at the Milburn Municipal Building. Let's now move on to public comment. Give us a call, 973-232-4442, 973-232-4442. And we're going to go in person right now. How are you, sir?
Roder, how are you? Mr. Weber, how are you?
Mayor Weber.
Mayor Weber.
I've been called worse. Go ahead.
I'm actually here because of a problem I'm having on my street with the noise ordinance 130-2, Section 5, which stands for disturbing noises enumerated. You go to Section 5, and I'll just read it. Animals and birds. The keeping of animals or birds which are causing frequent or long continued noise disturb the comfort or repose of any person in the vicinity. The problem I've been having for a year now is I have a neighbor who moved in. I have, old house.
Get him!
That's the nicest way I've ever heard somebody say it's your fault.
They have a couple of dogs, and they leave them out for hours sometimes, and they're extremely loud. Every time someone walks by my house, this dog barks, like non-stop. I've asked them nicely to try and do something about it, and I kept getting rebuffed, and I tried. Now they put up a fence, so I can't even talk to them. They avoid me, I avoid them. I don't want to have a sticky situation, but this is a legal issue, and I don't want to be a troublemaker. But because of COVID, I sit outside all the time in the summer. Before COVID, I was traveling. I didn't care when I wasn't home. I'm home now, and I'm not going anywhere until this thing ends. I hear this dog sometimes wakes me up in my own house at 7 in the morning. Not every day, once in a while. Sometimes it's at 8 o'clock at night. But during the day, because I sit outside, just relax, listen to music within my volume level. Hundreds of people walk by my house. Every time someone walks by with or without a dog, this dog goes crazy. What can I do? I
Well-
just want to do it properly, and I wanted to put it on the record.
Considering,
Of police.
yeah, considering that I sold him the house, I'm not gonna
I
comment
think
right now.
if, again, I know that Ms. Donnelly has, Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Go ahead, please.
If maybe
Give it
perhaps,
yourself, this-
if Ms.
I will.
Donnelly already has your information, maybe she can make a phone call to our zoning department and see if perhaps we can.
I think if you don't comply, I could be wrong.
There's noise for it.
Barking dog.
Non-stop. I'm on staff now.
Yes, that's right.
Or I'm sure either the zoning or maybe the police can knock on the door and say,
I want to do it nicely. I tried talking to them, but they don't want to listen.
no, that's fair enough.
I don't want to make it a legal issue,
No,
but I'm entitled to the same peace and quiet. I've been living in this house for 25 years, never had a problem.
you are
I
110%
never
correct.
bring in, I don't ever complain to this board about anything except speeding on the street, which should be my second. I never talk about that. This is one of the rare times, this is like, I'm losing, my nerves are shot. I've been keeping quiet for almost a year because this is going on since April. And in the winter, it's not as big a deal, but I still hear it even in my house. But when I'm outside, and I put a barbecue grill on it. I'm afraid to go outside and barbecue. The minute I walk outside, this thing starts barking at me. And they have a fence now. I can't even see, which is fine because I think they're within their rights. But I'm within my rights to have reasonable quiet.
You're not wrong, and your request is totally reasonable. And
I want to do it amicably, and I don't know how. That's fine.
well, unfortunately, at this point, I mean, we're trying to do it amicably. You did the right thing. You tried to address the neighbor put up a fence, so, obviously you're taking the next step, and we appreciate that in the process. You gave it to us, to our attention, and I'm gonna refer you to the zoning, and I'm gonna refer you to the police department, and we will follow up with you, in the coming
Do I need
days.
to make a call, though, or are they going to follow up with me? I want to do it
You gotta call when it happens. I
Well,
will call. Push
I'm
button.
gonna refer to I'm gonna refer to the chief since he's
Free,
sitting right here.
The desk, front desk, right?
Yes, I would suggest calling in each time. A, that documents every time you have an issue. B, if the officer responds, he can sort of be a witness for you. Yes, I do hear that. The officer can then try to talk to the people. That might help. But that documents each occasion for you. And then that way zoning can reference our records and zoning
My
can,
only concern is when I call, I find sometimes it might be busy, and it might not get to the dog might be inside, or it might be quiet at that time they come. It's like one of those things where.
Can you record it on your phone?
Just spot.
Can you just record it on your phone when it's happening?
Oh, they could.
It's what everybody else does with everything else in the world.
I think so I could.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a rat.
No, I know, no, but I didn't mean it that way, but I mean, like, I know it's hard to show
I don't
somebody.
like confrontation.
It's kind of like when you don't feel good till you get to the doctor and all of a sudden your symptoms go away. Like, as soon as they show up, everything's gonna stop. So, that's what I meant, not to be, no, I get what you mean.
So I should call and...
Forward up.
Yes,
Okay.
my opinion.
That addresses that. Now, my other thing is a problem I've been dealing with for 25 years. that I
Being a
brought
Mets
up
fan like me, yeah. I know.
About speeding on my car. Laurel Drive, and I'm just using other blocks, Laurel Drive and Tucker had this problem because they're cut-through streets. Well, Washington Avenue has always been a cut-through street. I used to cut through it on the 70s when I first started driving because my friend used to live there when I lived on Meisel Avenue. Now, the problem is, you got parking on both sides of the street. I sometimes have been so close to having my side view mirror clipped because you're allowed parking on both sides, 2 blocks over in that narrow street, the one with the hill, I can't remember the name of it.
Colonial Terrace.
Only has parking on one side. We need to do that. We also need speed humps, not those humps. People just speed right over because I sit outside all day sometimes. I say half the car speed, and I mean not just 5 miles over the limit. I mean they speed. And it's time we do something before we gotta let kids around this before somebody gets killed. I don't want something to happen after the fact. Well, I get my block, it's made the cut from Union to Springfield to my zone.
Chief, do we allow the curved part of Washington?
Yes.
Can we check if there's parking signs on the curved part over there? I guess what I'm asking is that, because I live around that area and I come around there. Can we do a yellow curb area somewhere around that curve area so people do not park over there? Can we have a buffer?
I'll verify whether it's parking is legal or not.
Right.
Maybe the signs are missing over time.
Or something?
Yeah, but there certainly shouldn't be parking. We can
Somewhere on
certainly
that curve, right.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the curb, I'm talking about the whole block, just the way they speed, and the street is so narrow, forget about where it's snow. No, you're lucky if one car can get through. In a regular day, when you're driving, if you're going all of a sudden the car is coming the other way, you gotta pull over behind the car and let them through, or you're gonna get hit to the speed. If you restrict the parking to one side of the street, like that block, 2 blocks over, that problem would be alleviated. Speeding is another, there's separate issues. There's the speeding with a speed bump. And I would hate them personally, but guess what? I would want them for safety reasons. And if it's an inconvenience for the rest of my life, so be it. I want people safe.
Here's the problem you have with designating, and I know I'm very familiar with it. Here's the problem you have with parking on one side of your street over there. Who gets the parking? You know, no, I mean, what side? What side? I mean, you know,
Your side,
your side, this side. What if, you know, they don't want the parking on their side? That's a little complicated.
One side of the street is mostly wood, so if you want to take away the parking, take it away from the side that doesn't have houses. I mean, I take that back. Some part of the street has houses, part of the street.
Yeah, it's, you know, and so it's a little more complicated than that, but,
No, I would just be, I'll be frank, I would be against that because what happens if you're, I know it's first come, first serve, but if I'm the neighbor on that one side and I park during the day, I think you're gonna have frustrated neighbors, and I think we're gonna have more people frustrated than.
Because I'm in union with it, they fight, I mean, I see their Facebook fights over this, it's crazy, because they allow 24-hour parking, and they reserve spots by putting.
I think a better option would potentially, and I
I don't
potentially.
want to see that happen either, but I'm just trying to do something.
No, I think the better option would be, and I know we went through it at length at the last meeting, thanks to Chief Cook, is maybe do a study to do speed bumps is probably the better alternative.
Well, I'd be fine if we start with that, and if that ends up being the solution, that would be a lot better than nothing.
let me just
I've asked about this
say this to you.
10 years ago, so I mean, I just haven't brought it up in a long time.
Mayor here, well, look, I got a hammer and everything, okay? I asked for a survey on my block. I am not happy with the results, but they're correct, they don't lie. It's a machine that comes through. I look at these cars coming through, and the fact is, they clocked 1 or 2 or 3 of them at 45 miles an hour or so.
Right.
But when you went through, I think he went through a car count of a few thousand over a week.
It's only a handful?
I looked at it, I was like, come on, you gotta be mad, but I didn't get them either, so,
Same thing with me, same thing, I'm on Henshaw, same thing with me, it's a cut through, and Chief did the same thing for my street, because I thought it was a cut through, and
Why
it's
did
really
you
not.
have to find those numbers, though? Why did Laurel Drive get it? Why did Hooker get it? Why didn't
Because
they-
their numbers
Numbers-
played out different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
yeah,
numbers were
There
high.
isn't such a thing as just common sense safety for a cut-through street?
I tried on my block.
Cut-throughs in the neighborhood, because they come right from.
I
our-
think what it comes down to is our perception is not necessarily the reality, and that's why we use the
Well,
machinery.
but we haven't
And it's
done the study,
unfortunate,
right?
But we haven't done the study.
We haven't done
We
the
have
study.
done a study.
Because we have another study then.
Right, so.
I'll wait my turn. I'll wait my turn.
Go ahead.
Right.
There's, every time that someone has an issue with speed, and yeah, I've heard it plenty of times before, and we always do enforcement, we've done studies there before, can't tell you when the last one was. But if it had met the criteria for speed tables, we're not doing bumps. They're too destructive, we do speed tables. There's certain criteria that has to be met, it's just not our personal opinion or the town's opinion. There's certain regulations that need to be met. And I got stats from the last, like you referred to the last meeting.
Yeah.
For Smithfield. I brought stats with me just in case that came up, but nobody brought it up.
Can you give them to us, just a rough idea?
Yeah, I can give you a rough idea for Smithfield. So,
Yeah.
there was the complaints of the speeding, so we did a study, for roughly, a week, 6-7 days. Number of vehicles traveling were 3,049. The average speed is 29 miles per hour. Slowest speed was 7. Fastest speed was 52. Now, that could be an ambulance, could be a fire truck, could be a resident knowing that the higher numbers, the better for them, if they want them, and purposely speeding.
That's a good
You
theory,
try,
yeah.
you try to skew the numbers. So yeah, the fastest was 52, and, as far as, we've been out there enforcing, there was a number of stops, more than half of them were residents, a lot of warnings initially. We did find out for that particular street, a car dealer is using it as part of their test drive route. Car dealer not in Springfield. I won't say which one it is in Union, but, so they've been, I think they learned their lesson because they stopped going that way. But that was a big problem there. Yeah, Washington is notoriously a cut-through for people off Morris Avenue to get to Mizell. Whenever it comes up, we target enforce it. If, I'll tell the guys again, let's get out now, we'll target that as, along with Smithfield.
I'll even add that your officers were there last summer, 19 gentlemen.
Well, I'm sure they're there
And
more
told
than
me
just
that
last
the
summer.
numbers were very few. He was talking to me, he said, "Why are you doing speeding?" I said, "Because he can see you." The minute he was gone, 10 minutes later, I saw the speeding again, and I saw with my own eyes. I don't need a machine to see common sense. It's just, if they see an officer's car, there's nowhere to hide that. If they're doing their job, but people are too smart to avoid trying to get caught, so they slow down before they get near him, so he's not going to be measuring the speed. Unfortunately, it's not like somewhere on Route 22 in Union where, let's say, the Union police, they hide in sticky fingers, for example, and they'll catch someone because they can't see them. The chicken place. I'm just using an example. I mean, unfortunately, Washington is no place for the law.
Now, we're sneaky too. We do have cars that are not black and white and don't have lights on top, so we'll be sneaky as well. I'll tell the guys to get out there and do some enforcement. I'll have another traffic study done for you.
I appreciate that. And I just want to see some safety. I mean, we have those stripes down. I don't know, what do you call those, man? Those stripes that are down on the.
Oh, like the rumble strips?
Yeah, rumble
going
strips,
out?
right?
And
Yeah.
they go right over, because it's in front of my neighbor's house, and it's just past my house, and people just go over. Some people actually purposely drive around and just avoid them, if no one's coming on the other side. And they love the speed around my corner, and the whole block. I mean, I just see it all the time.
All right, we'll take a look at that, and the curve and everything else. What else you got? Okay? No, with you made
Oh, you made it easy.
exciting. Yeah, you got issues. This is what you were here for. We wish more people were here. Thank you.
Thank you.
The phone number one
Thank
more
you.
time.
We do have some comment from the chief of police. if we can, please?
If I may, if I may.
I would love it. Go ahead.
And while you do that.
Yeah, 2
Frank,
minutes.
do that, you need
You
to
got
say
2
the
minutes,
number.
that's
We've
it.
been instructed by our attorney to say the number.
Phone number is 973-232-4442. That's 973-232-4442. It is definitely working. Call us in, call some questions
You
in.
gonna call in to interrupt me?
Call in, 973.
He's gonna call.
All right. I just need to acknowledge something. So, on March 11th, I was advised by the NJSACOP, this New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police, the accreditation program commissioner, that our department had successfully achieved reaccreditation status. This is our second reaccreditation after having achieved becoming accredited an accredited agency in October of 2014.
That's amazing. That's really good.
So I would like to read from an email sent to me by Harry J. Delgado, who is the accreditation program director. Some of you may have met him before. He had come to one of our meetings to present us with our certificate a couple of years back. And this is from them. The percentage of accredited agencies in New Jersey to date is approximately 43% and growing. The percentage of agencies that have successfully achieved 2 accreditation cycles is only 12%. Springfield Police Department has now joined this elite group of agencies in New Jersey. Accreditation is a progressive and time-proven way of helping law enforcement agencies calculate and improve their overall performances. It is a certification by an independent reviewing authority, the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police, that the accredited agency was carefully measured against an established set of state and national standards and has met or exceeded accepted practices in the field of law enforcement. It is the opinion of the assessment team that the Springfield Police Department is a highly professional and committed agency which exemplifies all the tenets of law enforcement accreditation at the state and national level. Therefore, the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission congratulate the chief, the accreditation manager, Sergeant Ryan Westover, members of the Springfield Police Department, the mayor and council, and those citizens they so proudly serve for achieving state reaccreditation, joining a very exclusive group of law enforcement agencies that have made this important commitment to excellence in policing. Our accreditation, this is from me, our accreditation manager, who's responsible for overseeing the maintenance of records and all other components necessary to keep our department at the level of professionalism that we have achieved, is Sergeant Ryan Westover. Ryan has taken this task on from Captain John Rachel, who had held this position previously. Ryan continues to do an amazing job with this amongst his other duties with the assistance of Officer Frank Cuna and civilian police employee Colleen Strobel. So I just wanted to recognize those employees. They do a great job. Thank you. It's a nonstop process, but it keeps us at an elevated status. It's supposed to help us with our insurance, reduction in our insurance rates as well, because we are accredited. So thank you for letting me have the time to recognize those individuals.
Can I tell you that I think I speak for all 5 of us. Whenever we talk about your department, I gotta tell you, we all talk about it with just positivity and everything else. You guys put in work, and you guys are doing it. And while there's a lot of issues in spots around the world, we got a good ship going on here. So you guys and girls do it every day. Thank you.
Yep.
Women.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Girls, women.
He's stopping as I'm done. Ooh, that was quick.
Who was that?
Thank you for calling the Springfield Township meeting.
Hello,
Hello. State your name,
Mike
please.
Bartosh, 77 Tudor Court.
Mr. Bartosh, I was waiting for you to call. I wasn't sure what happened, but how are you today, sir?
We had that gentleman on there previously, and he's only supposed to speak for 3 minutes,
Yes.
but it was more like 20 or 25.
We had to make this meeting exciting.
He said he
We're
can
sorry.
meet you at the Rock outside of Town Hall afterwards to
that's-
discuss that.
That's number one. And can you please have the people speak into the microphone?
Yes.
The audience on the television, YouTube, they cannot understand what your CFO was saying.
Okay.
Have her speak into the microphone, please.
How is the rest of the audio of the other place? Can you hear us all?
The audio from the town council is excellent. Everything else is not worth the damn.
Okay.
So you basically just said we're all.
We will
And
make some
secondly,
changes.
Thirdly, I've been living in this town now for 14 years, and I remember Chief Cook saying that he is going to crack down on the speeders in town, and I would like to congratulate him because, and his staff, I have never seen so many cherries flashing in the last 14 years, and he's finally cracking down on these people that are doing 40, 50, 60 miles an hour going through residential streets. So congrats to Chief Cook and his staff.
Absolutely. Thank you for noticing that, and we will relay the message to the police department. Awesome job.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Now,
you,
I
sir.
want to talk to you about, we spoke a couple of weeks ago, you and I and the deputy mayor,
Yes?
about the basketball net.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's happening with the basketball nets? Are they going to be replaced?
We have not actually had that conversation in full yet. That kind of got sidestepped by a few other things. I'll be truthful on that.
I would like to be a part of that because
Okay.
I'm an advocate for that, so.
Wait a
So am
minute.
I.
He wants them back up?
Yeah.
We had nothing but problems, Mike, if you remember, how many years ago? I mean, we had people coming from all over town here, and that's why the town council at that time voted to take one down in each park. So it would help for the kids in this town can play.
They can't really, but I think we
I think
talked.
we just need a broader
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah.
Chris and I
I'd be
had
willing
one.
to talk about
Yeah,
that too. yeah.
Chris and I had one, and
Yeah.
that's all where it went.
Go ahead, Mr. Bartos.
Okay, and secondly, I have spoken, or I left a message for the Board of Education 2 or 3 times about 2 weeks ago, and I finally got a response today. There are plenty of basketball courts and nets at the schools that are just in disarray. You know, they could replace the backboards, they could put the nets up, and I was told today, I got a voicemail that I have to call so-and-so on Thursday of next week because she's out. The gal whoever I have to talk to in reference to the Board of Ed in reference to those basketball nets. And I also inquired about the tennis court. You know, I would think hundreds of thousands of dollars was spent on those courts, and every time I go over there, there's a chain link lock on the court. And now I just got a phone call because I inquired, you have to get a permit
Yeah.
to use those.
It's
Yep.
been that way.
Yeah.
It's been that
Now,
way.
where does the permit come from? Does the permit come from
It comes from the
Board of Education?
Yes.
Whatever.
Correct,
The
yes.
administration offices, from
Board,
the school?
I'm fairly
or-
certain if
or
you go to,
what?
I'm fairly certain if you go to Dayton,
Yes.
that's where you go and you get it. I honestly, I haven't heard of anybody having a problem with it. If you go there, you apply, they give you, I think, a key fob that allows you to have access to the courts.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
know what's changed.
Yeah.
I haven't followed up, we haven't followed up with them. I don't know if there's any COVID rules with them right now on it or not. But pre-COVID,
no
go get a
COVID rules.
fob and you can use the courts.
I saw 2 people playing tonight
Okay,
when I was over there watching the girls playing softball.
okay, then, yeah, just go over to Dayton and they can set you up with that. That I do know.
Okay, I would assume there's a fee.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
It's their entity, I don't know.
I don't think
Yeah.
so, but.
Go to the next Board of Ed meeting.
Yeah, we don't know.
Today.
Not sure.
Somebody posted it.
Okay, I also have a young fellow that plays on a high school team, baseball, Ruby Field.
Looks amazing.
He said the outfield is horrendous.
What happened?
Hey, Mike,
I don't know. He just said there's a lot of, there's holes out there and everything else, and he felt that they should be filled in,
Are you
and they
for-
should have been filled in a long time ago when all the other work was being done.
They should be, yeah, I mean, listen, there very well could be some rabbit holes or something that's been dug over, but I can tell you for a fact, because I was out there, DPW, when they did the trees and everything else, they brought in trucks of soil back there and replanted seed and everything else, but listen, anything's possible. Anything could have dug
Yeah,
some holes.
maybe you can get somebody to take a look at it again.
Okay, will do.
I mean, you know, the kid wouldn't make the story up. I mean,
No, listen,
he's
anything's
the other left
possible.
field.
Yeah, right, anything's possible.
3 minutes.
You know what I mean? Okay, my 3 minutes are up, so, have a good evening.
See you next
Have a good one.
Rich has a stopwatch on you, I'm just saying. He's got a stopwatch.
Nice to
I want
hear
to see
from you.
everybody at the food truck.
All right, thank you. See you later. Bye.
We're not going to executive, right?
No, we'll need to wait another 30 seconds.
Okay. While we're waiting those 30 seconds, Mr. Mayor, I just have 2 comments. Obviously, I would like to thank Chief Cook and Sergeant Westover and the entire police department for that wonderful news. Well-deserved. Over my years, 4 years now, serving on this committee, I've gotten to know Chief Cook, Sergeant Westover, and several of the officers within the department, and it's just customer service is absolutely outstanding and well-deserved. Congratulations to you and your fellow officers. Also, a second note of congratulations to the Jonathan Dayton High School Drama Club, who put on a drive-in movie performance of A Killer Party. It's a movie musical. Congratulations to the cast, the crew, the students, the faculty, the staff, and everyone else, all the other stakeholders who helped out. Putting on a musical production, being a theater kid in high school, is a monumental task, but to do it during a pandemic is certainly a huge undertaking, and I just have a hearty congratulations for them. Also, during the performance, as a bit of a pre-show, there was a couple of performances of a chorus line, which was the musical they were supposed to do last spring, but they could not because the show was canceled because of the pandemic. So they got closure on that, doing a couple of musical performances. And it's a super, super talented cast, and they do a phenomenal job, and I just want to wish them a hearty congratulations.
You're holding out. Can you say also who was else?
Yes,
there? Come on.
full disclosure, my daughter was also involved in the production.
Congratulations, Madison.
I heard it was very good.
It looked amazing from what I saw, the video they saw, it was tremendous.
It was incredible.
The district did awesome with that.
You know, this drive-in movie thing, you know, was really, I'll be honest with you, it's really been taken off in terms of either the rec department, and now Jonathan Dayton High School is doing it. You know, I hope it's one of those things that, you know, we did kind of as a quick idea for the pandemic, but I hope it stays.
I mean, you and I grew up with such a great drama program where we went to school,
Sure.
and the program here is just tremendous, and it's great because anytime kids can find their passion in whatever, and it's supported in their community, and that, I saw videos from the other night, and it was so cool. Like, It's just so innovative, and I'm sure maybe other schools are doing it, but it's so innovative for them to get around this pandemic and do what they did. It was really cool.
And actually, Linda, if you could, while we're talking about driving movie theaters, reach out to Adam Lieb and see if he's planning on doing any drive-in movie theaters.
Yeah, do we want to
nights
do that?
This summer? I would love
Yeah.
to do it if we can. I mean,
Didn't cost us anything.
No, that's what.
No, the box
this is what
car.
discussion now.
$25 a car, whatever it
I
was.
mean, it was.
What are we
it was-
looking
it
for, another
sells
four?
out in- It sells out in, you know, days.
Yeah.
Maybe a day.
See what we,
I mean, that'd
see what we
be
can
great.
do.
Okay, yeah, maybe
Yeah, just as an
one a
option
month,
if
one every 2
they're
months.
available.
You know, if they're available.
Do like 3 for the year, one in May, June.
June, July, August, I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible.
one
3 or
for
4.
each month.
Yeah,
Do
one per
something, you
month.
know, midweek or something, because, you know, yeah, that'd be,
I vote for adjournment.
yeah.
Second.
Favor?
Public comment.
Aye.
So I would just formally close the public.
Okay, no public comment at all. With that said, I will close the public comment session. Looking for a motion for adjournment.
Adjournment.
Second. I got it this time.
Aye. Oh, who's that? It's not me. Who is it? Pick it up.
Meeting